So after a small wait, Nintendo's new IP, ARMS, is finally out to the public. When it was first shown a while back, I held no interest in it whatsoever, as in my eyes, it seemed to be just a simple non-traditional fighter without any depth. Though, after seeing their Nintendo Direct on the game and the beta, it reeled me into the hype at least a little Mr. Ibuki play the game, my fear on the depth of the game faded away. So now that the game is finally in my hands, did it succeed? Well, let's go through everything that this game has, and then answer that question. Beginning with what makes ARMS a non-traditional fighter, the gameplay. When saying non-traditional, it means that it goes against the stereotypical one, like Tekken and Street Fighter, where the two fighters are standing on the opposite sides of the screens, using combos and footsies to try to defeat the opposition. ARMS definitely does not fulfill this, as it shares a similarity to another Nintendo game, Punch-Out. Please let Little Mac be some sort of DLC in the future. Where the camera is behind your character and your opponent is in front of you. Instead of the focus on the combos, both of your arms are what you have to utilize to beat your enemy, attacking with different angles to hit the dodging opponents, but the main reason for this game title are what's called arms, which are pretty much the weapons with different attributes. There's the normal boxing glove type that makes you punch straight ahead, the boomerang one that flies off in an arcing angle, the party popper shoots several projectiles and more. You can have 3 arms with you to battle, selecting 2 that you can use in a match. There are also elemental attributes that can be connected to these weapons, all with different purposes, like a boxing glove that chills the opponent's movement, to a bird glove that will electrify the enemy's arms, allowing you to get a free attack in. Tons of arms can be collected in this game, but every single character starts with 3, but what every single fighter also have is their own special abilities, their gimmick if you will. Ribbon Girl can jump several times mid-air, Master Mummy can heal himself while blocking, and Twintel, the character I use, can slow down incoming attacks, making it easy for her to punish the attacker. It's really important to really learn these abilities if you want to become efficient with these characters, and it can really turn the match in your favor. Take this for example. Here we see the character Min Min is about to use a rush attack, which is a super move that you can use when your rush gauge is filled up after punching a lot. And when she activates it, I jump straight up into the air, slows down the movement a bit, then air dash to the side to cancel her super with my bird arm. Of course it is possible to block this devastating attack, but that will open you up for grabs. And as you probably can understand from this, the game does have a very typical rock paper scissors mechanic. Punches beat grabs, grabs beat blocking, and blocking beats punches. Seriously, if someone tries to grab you, just punch it, nullify their grab completely, and the punch will just crash right in their face. And that's the gameplay in a nutshell. Both of your arms, armed with arms of your selection and preference, are used to attack your opponents. You have full movement with dashes and jumps, every character have their own gimmick, and there's a rock paper scissors system in here, very much like Nintendo's other fighters, Pokken Tournament. It goes a bit deeper than this of course, having even the weight of the arms matter in what beats what, but these you will learn quickly when heading into this game. Another thing you will realize when starting up this fighter is the fact that it is severely lacking in modes. Yes, this was something I was a bit worried about while waiting for this game. It is a bit lacking on the single player front, and there's no story mode there. Now, I feel like today, video gaming, at least fighting games, should have, you know, a story mode, a narrative, as, come on, Tekken, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Injustice, Dead or Alive, all of these have story modes now. So why not ARMS? And I really feel like Nintendo should be the guys who would add one to their games. I mean, they did so in Splatoon, and there is a consequence coming from this lack of a story. And that's the fact that this game does not have any characters. There aren't any characters in this game, only models with animations for different attacks. Seriously, there is no personality here. Normally, when finishing arcade mode, or what this game calls it, Grand Prix, you will get the character-specific ending to show what is motivating them, something to build them up as a character, but here, you just get a picture. What looks like concept art even, and there are no character interactions either. No intros, only 2 outros, voice lines that hold no value in them whatsoever.
Femme fatale.
And the only information that you can find in this game about the characters is their height, weight, what they like, and where they work. That's all! Ribbon Girl's a singer, okay, does she have a backstory? Family? Why is she fighting in a fighting tournament? What does she gain by winning? How did her arms turn into this material? Why? The only thing people have been talking about before this game was released was who their waifu was, only based on design. I play fighting games for the characters, not a playstyle. Bane in Injustice is a grappler, which means that he likes to grab and throw opponents. Ganondorf and Smash, who don't really have any combos per se, but every single of these punches takes tons of damage, though he's a bit slow, have to admit. And Kazumi in Tekken 7, who is my newest character that I play in fighting games, who likes to poke her enemies so that they get annoyed, frustrated, until they make, you know, a decision that's not beneficial for them, so I can punish it. But here, there is nothing that's grabbing my attention. Yeah, I'm very disappointed in how they handled these characters. They have tweeted awesome pictures of them, showing off some personality, but they don't have anything in this game. Anyways, I've also mentioned that they were a bit lacking in the modes area, so let's return to that. Grand Prix is here, where you have to face a few opponents before meeting a really difficult boss at the end that you have to beat to get ranked play online. I kid you not, I spent roughly 1 hour beating him. Beating people up is actually not the only thing you will do in this game, as in the versus mode you can play up to 4 players aside from 2 modes, where you will be able to play every single gameplay mode that this game has under its belt. There is of course the regular 1 vs 1, 2 vs 2, a free-for-all, and volleyball, hoops, skill shot, 1-on-100, and arms test. V-ball works by punching the volleyball over the net, trying to make it land on the ground on the opposite side of the arena. Hoops is the mode where you have to either grab, rush attack, or bounce your enemies on the bouncer through the basketball hoop. Skill shot is about getting the most points by hitting the boards. 1-on-100 is exactly what it sounds like, beating up 100 Helix clones. And arms test is a survival mode with random arms in every match. Excluding arms test and 1-on-100, these modes will be in Grand Prix as well. And to be honest, I do prefer regular fights way more than these mini-games. Another place where you'll play all of these is the player matches online. When heading in here, you will be placed in a lobby where you will be randomly chosen to battle one or several people in one of these modes, plus one special one where you must fight together against the Grand Prix final boss, who's on steroids. And I love this lobby system. Sure, you can't really decide on if you have a preference on a specific gameplay style, but there are really no off time, and if you do end up having to wait, with a single push of a button you can head into a training ground, warming yourself up for the next battle, and that is something that you really have to do on ranked matches, as there you will simply have a 1 vs 1 without items. Oh yeah, there are items in this game. Okay, not items per se. Sometimes during a match, a ball, that's a bomb, may show up, and if you punch it, it will bounce towards your opponent and it will explode after a while. Also, there are these healing auras that will either heal you or fill up your rush gauge. Now they don't, and none of the items really feel unbalanced, so I don't really have that much of a problem with it. What I also don't have a problem with, that will get a huge thumbs up from me, is the netcode. Rarely did I have issues, so thank you for that. But I have to give you a thumbs down, as you can use upgraded arms on ranked. Why? I previously mentioned that you can collect new arms into your arsenal, and the way you get new weapons is through the option called Get Arms. When entering this, you will have to use the in-game currency to buy time to play a minigame reminiscing of the skill shot one, where you will rack up a score and get these gloves of destruction. First thing worth noting, you gain this weapon for a specific character, not for everyone, so if you will be playing several people in the roster, it will take a long time to get what you want. And secondly, if you get an arm that you already have, it will be upgraded to take more damage, and you can use this on ranked. Again, why? And why does it take such a long time getting this currency in the first place? I don't have the patience to play 20 matches for a medium timer, nor do I have the patience to play with finger cramps, as this game does not have an options menu. Yes, there are no options! No gameplay options to rebind the block button, which is holding down the left stick, what the fudge? No voice options to add subtitles to the characters who speak all languages, no audio options to lower the music to hear the voice lines. Sorry, I'm being way too negative here, I understand that, but the thing is, there's so much potential to make this game amazing rather than just good. Yeah, okay, let's return to what I like about this game. Let's do that. We need some positivity. The presentation of this game has the typical Nintendo quality to it. It looks great, the music stands out, being the only thing in this game that has an identity. Every stage is connected to the 10 playable characters, all of them different in size and special gimmick like Kid Cobra's Beyblade vehicle or Springman's bouncing edges, though I do wish there were more characters even if they have nothing to them. And I know there will be free characters and stages for future DLC, but I am reviewing the game as it is now. Finally, the crowd around the stages are great, so being different depending on who you're playing as, seeing supporters for the characters fighting, it's neat. And that's what I will say about this game, it's neat. The gameplay is a lot of fun, motion controls are not, different gameplay modes that can be both experienced offline and online, even though there is a lack of them, overall. The characters are extremely awesomely designed, though there is no personality to them, sadly. And nothing feels unbalanced yet. I'm sure that as time goes by, exploitable stuff will show up, but as it is right now, I haven't seen anything that can really make the game frustrating. And because of all this, ARMS will get a thumbs up out of ARMS. Like every Nintendo game, this is enjoyable, but I do fear for its longevity. Yes, free DLC, I'm sure it will, have some life to it, but without the characters that Nintendo fans really like the Squid Sisters from Splatoon that now will be the faces on Splatoon 2, it just... yeah, I'm really worried. What I want the most is a mode that will build the characters up. I'm sure that if they do that, this game will stand up proudly as Nintendo's new IP, but yeah, until then, I can only hope. So, I'm KingJGrim or KingJGrim, whatever you prefer, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching my video, I really hope that you enjoyed it. My next one will be not this Sunday, but the Sunday after that, the 2nd of July, which will be, of course, a big in the mind of. Can't wait to share with you what I have in store. Anyways, thank you so much, bye.